Brulee should join the crew. She's helped us more than anyone. I don't understand how she keeps getting tricked constantly. She'll remain fighter till the end. I guess we should thank her for her stupidity. Anyways, enjoy the video. Peace.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And bro, I knew this shit would happen. Like, it was just so obvious, but that doesn't mean that I'm happy about it. From the moment that she was introduced to the story, Brulee has done nothing but be used by the Straw Hats. She's been absolutely useless as an asset for the Big Mom Pirates, and she just doesn't seem to learn. She is hands down one of, if not the most useless pirate I've seen in any crew to date. The fact that she's being dragged around by the Straw Hats this entire arc and then isn't even able to prevent herself from being kidnapped by a tired Luffy who just got out of a fight with no haki, like, daughter or not, this woman should not be on a Yonko's crew. It's just so painfully clear at this point that the only reason that she ever existed in this story in the first place was to be used as a plot device to allow the Straw Hats to do things and get out of situations that they seriously shouldn't be able to. And the fact that it is this obvious really doesn't sit well with me, but whatever, it is what it is. But surprisingly enough, overall this was still a decent chapter. We not only got to see a bit more of Luffy versus Katakuri, but we also got to see Big Mom, we got to see what Smoothie was doing, finally, and we got to see Sanji finishing up the baking of the cake, and it just feels like the calm before the storm for everybody except Luffy. Like, it feels like wherever Luffy goes, the trouble is going to follow him all the way until he reaches Cacao Island. But let's quickly talk about the Luffy versus Katakuri section for the moment. It appears to be over for now, seeing as Luffy escapes, but I have a feeling it might not stay that way, seeing as he's yet again looking for a mirror to enter in order to get away from Big Mom, and he did plan on going back after his haki regenerated anyway, so it just depends on how Oda will deal with that and whether or not he'll have them resume the fight once he finds a mirror, or if he'll just allow Luffy to run straight from mirror to mirror and escape to somewhere else. But the fight itself was really interesting. It seriously seems as though Luffy wasn't able to do anything to Katakuri even in Gear 4 ever since Katakuri regained his composure, so it's clear that if Luffy is going to defeat Katakuri in a 1v1, he's going to need something stronger than Gear 4, unless he finds another weakness, of course. I just want to mention that it's also good to see that Luffy doesn't need to be carried around all the time once Gear 4 expires. We see that he's actually able to physically run and perform attacks after the time before Gear 4 has run out now. Moving on, as I mentioned earlier, we also saw Smoothie. She was mobilizing all of the Tart ships, so to everyone, including myself, who's been wondering what Smoothie and Capote have been doing all of this time, there we go. She's got all of the Tart ships out there searching for the Straw Hats, the Sun Pirates and Capone, and everybody has orders to shoot on sight, which should be interesting. This definitely does feel like the calm before the storm, because even Nami mentioned that everything feels a little too quiet for her liking, but I definitely feel like that's all going to change real soon, just with the sheer amount of people that are all going to be converging around Cacao Island really soon. I really do feel like the biggest game changer will be the Germa, seeing as nobody is expecting them to show up. I doubt Sanji would ever expect them to show up again, and Big Mom's crew all think that they've been wiped out, so they're not even on their minds at this point. So I definitely look forward to seeing what they can do to switch everything up. I think what I'm most glad about this chapter is the fact that the cake has finally been finished, and Sanji and Pudding can now get a move on to transporting the cake to the meetup location. And all of the chefs that tasted the cake beforehand seem to be passing out just from how delicious the cake is. And this is before it's even finished. This is before all of the toppings and the chocolate has all been added onto it. So Sanji seriously believes this is going to be the cake that will make Big Mom pass out from just how delicious it is. So we're just gonna have to see. I personally don't want the cake to be what allows us to escape this island, and I definitely don't want it to make Big Mom pass out, but that's just my opinion. A lot of you guys may feel differently, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Overall, I'm gonna rate this chapter a 7 out of 10. It was a decent chapter, but there were definitely some things that I did find questionable. Like I said, the Brulee thing really did disappoint me with how it was handled, but I'm interested to see whether or not Luffy does go back in for a round 2 with Katakuri or not. But let me know what you guys think about the chapter in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more of that One Piece content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
1.